Hello and welcome to Shoulder Release with tennis balls. You will need a pinky ball, 2 tennis balls and a foam roller. And we're going to get straight in with the pinky ball. And don't worry, if you only have tennis balls, you can just use the tennis ball instead. We're going to start on the outside of the shoulder. We're going to drop the ball down about 2 inches from the top and turn side on to a wall. And then all we do is lean. And on this lean, we want the bottom arm to be nice and relaxed, and we just let that arm go. And as you lean into the pressure, it should feel, on a scale of 1 to 10, should feel around a 6 or a 7. So we don't want it too intense, just being aware of that nice pressure so it stimulates the blood flow into the area. So we always start by just finding the pressure point and staying nice and still. Then, after a few breaths, we're just going to bend the knees. And as we bend the knees, it should glide the ball kind of up and down the arm, only about an inch or so. And just be careful that you're not moving your shoulder to move the ball, but instead, please just bend the knees so the ball starts to glide up and down the arm just a little bit. We'll do 2 more. And now we're going to try and do a kind of circle. So we'll just kind of circle the ball around and around. So just circling it. So now the ball kind of moves slightly forward, slightly back, up and down. And again, I'm moving the ball by moving the body rather than moving the shoulder. I really want that arm to just stay still. And then I'm going to hold the pressure point again. And this time with the bottom arm, I'm just going to press the arm as hard as I can into the wall and then release. And again, I'm going to press, 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 press and release. And one more time. Press, 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 press and release. And then finally, I'm just going to take that bottom arm and I'm just going to slide the arm forward and back. And as I slide that arm forward and back, that's just manipulating all the tissues around the ball. Last one. And release. So that's the outer shoulder point. Next, we're going to go into what we call the chest point. And this is along the collarbone. So I'm going to invite you to find your collarbone. And then where your collarbone is, just slightly below, on that soft tissue, that's where you're going to start. Make sure it's not on the breast tissue. It's definitely very close to the collarbone. And then you turn to face the wall and you just lean in again. And we always start with just finding the pressure point and staying still. And once again, the arm is nice and relaxed. And we just breathe in and out through the nose. And the pressure for some of you, this might be a little bit spicy. But you do want to make sure that on that scale of 1 to 10, you're hovering around 6 or 7. You definitely don't want to be 9 or 10. And then from here, we start to glide the ball across the soft tissue. So we glide towards the breastbone and then all the way back towards the shoulder. And I'm trying to use the whole body as part of the glide. What I don't want to do is move the arm or shoulder in any way. As these are self-massage techniques, we do want to make sure we're kind of relaxed in the area that we're targeting. So keep the arm nice and heavy and relaxed. And now somewhere on that point between your breastbone and your shoulder, there's a point that's a little bit spicy. Let's stay on that point and stay still. And then take your arm and just lift the arm up with the palm of the hand facing the wall. And you just lift and lower the arm. And we'll just do a couple more like that. Lifting and lowering. And one more. And release. So that was your chest point, still on the same arm and shoulder. Next, we're going to go to the lat point. And that is kind of under your armpit. So you take the ball under your armpit and you roll it to the back of the armpit. So it's on the side of the body. And you just lean in to the wall. Now the arm must again be relaxed and hanging down. And you just find that pressure point. And if you can't feel anything, the ball might just be slightly too far forward. So perhaps roll it back a little bit. And this is usually a pretty spicy point. So you should be feeling good pressure here. And again, we're just holding and we're breathing. And we're just relaxing that whole arm. And we're just sustaining the pressure. And here we're just trying to melt the tissues around the ball. As all these lovely pressure points just help to feed and hydrate the tissues, to release muscular tension, to help how your shoulders feel, and most importantly, how your shoulders are aligned. Then, once you've held it for a few breaths, you're just going to start to turn the body and then rock back. So you kind of turn the body away from the wall and then back. So you're basically just kind of gliding the body across that ball. And your movements only need to be small, an inch or two. And for some of you, you might feel like you're strumming a guitar. So just stay with that as you just glide across that lovely lat point. And let's do two more. And release. So those are the 3 points for the one side. For the purpose of this video, I'm only doing the one side, but you, of course, would now repeat it all on the other side. Next, we're going to transition to the floor, and this is where we will need 2 balls. 2 tennis balls is usually sufficient. And we're going to lie down on the back. And then you would just come up and over. So you just take the ball up and over the top and place the ball in towards the flesh on the upper back area. Those nice juicy trapezius points that you normally like to get massaged. Be careful that the balls are not together. The balls should be apart so the spine runs down the middle. And you're just somewhere on the flesh towards that upper back. Now you do need to be aware of the head. When you put the balls in, if it forces your head into this position, please can you place a blanket under your head? Because you do need to have some nice alignment here so there's no stress on the neck. If you could please make sure that your hands, the palm of your hands face the ceiling, and that will invite the head of the arm bowl to roll back into the shoulder socket. Now we're going to slide the arms out into T position, and that should feel good. You may have sensations in your fingers, in your wrist, in your elbows, in your armpits, and also in the chest. As we're releasing the tissues in the upper back, to help invite the shoulders to release. Now from here, we take the arms off the floor, fingertips face the ceiling, palms of your hands face each other, and all you do now is you just take your arms over your head and back. And as you take your arms over your head, you don't have to have them straight. You're welcome to bend them slightly. And you're just manipulating the tissues around the ball. Try to relax your jaw and your face. And just do a couple more. And then, with the hands straight up again, this time go to your open and your close. Open and close. It's stretching the chest as well as you open. It increases the pressure as you open. And now stay open and breathe. Two more big deep breaths, inviting those tissues to melt around the balls. And then release. Just roll to the side to come off those. And we'll finish now with a great stretch for the chest. So next we'll move to the foam roller. And you can do this on bolsters. You can also do it on rolled up blankets. We take the foam roller and you're just going to lie on top of it so your bottom and your head are in perfect straight level. So lying down. And then you can just bring your knees into tent position. And then you just simply take your arms out until you feel that stretch in your chest. And your chest muscles really contribute to the health and wellness of your shoulders. For when the chest muscles are tight, they pull the arm bone forward and they exaggerate that rounded upper posture. So it's really important to stretch your chest on a daily basis to help the alignment of the shoulders and therefore reduce neck pain and shoulder discomfort. And you could stay here for 2 to 5 minutes, depending on how it feels. For the purpose of this video, we're going to take 2 more big deep breaths. And then release, arms come down, roll to the side. And that concludes our shoulder release with tennis balls.